Hey, what's up? Steve from stanpcgaming. Bitcoin mining. I tried it and, well, TLDR, it ain't worth it. Now, I did it over a 1 week period. I left my computer mining every day while I was at work. So this was Monday to Friday. It did it for roughly 46 hours. So that's 46 hours of my graphics card and my processor being full pelt mining Satoshis I went for. Now, I didn't do a lot of research into this. I'll hold my hands up to that. There are probably ways of doing this way better than I did. Now, I'm not saying it's not worth it if you've got the money to have a mining rig with like 8 graphics cards in. No, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with massive rooms just buying graphics cards just to destroy them. Because, yes, I understand that the extra money that has gone to companies like AMD, Nvidia and Intel, that can be put to research and development, which in the long run will give us much better hardware to play games with. But currently, this is 23rd of April of recording this. If I go to Amazon and check for instance, Corsair Platinum DDR4 RAM, 16 gig, is £192. That's a lot of money for RAM. Graphics cards, a GTX 1080 by Gigabyte, 520 quid. I get supply and demand, I do, and I completely understand that. This video isn't just about my experience of mining, this is a bit of a rant. A lot of people already understand. Well, no, they don't understand. A lot of people know my stance on Bitcoin mining. Don't know what that is. It's cling film. Now, when I was building this, I started building this, it must be 4 years ago, the rig. And prices weren't great then, but they were acceptable. They're acceptable now as a need. I need to want it. I want to need it. But I've only been able to afford the kind of kit I've got because of work. My other arse bought big chunks of it for Christmas and birthday presents of you. And the RAM processor and motherboard was a need because my chip died and I didn't quite understand. I didn't see the point in just buying the same. Why would you spend money on the computer if you're not going to upgrade it? Anyway, that's a whole other debate for another time. Mining. My results over a 5-day period, if I'm doing this, it's because I'm pointing at the results I've got here. Over 5 days, 45 hours, 46 hours, was 1,607 Satoshis. That's worth 14 cents. 14 cents for a week's mining. A week's worth of serious stress and temperature issues, possible, on my computer. For 14 cents. Is it worth it? No! Because if you do that week in, week out, you're going to kill your hardware. And there's no way. If I was to very, very roughly calculate, what do we say, 520 quid for a graphics card, divide that by 0.14, call that a week, it'd take me 3,714 weeks to mine enough money for a graphics card. And the cost of power because I mean this isn't a small rig. It's not a very low power rig. I've never actually looked at how much it pulls out the wall, but I'm sure at full pelt it's more than I'm comfortable using. Now, we roughly totted up over a week's period. I mean, this was March when I did it. It's April now. I've been busy, you know, whatever. That it cost. We spent 20 quid in power. Now, this admittedly was everything. This was the central heating, the lighting, TVs, all that. Now, the difference between this week and the week after and the week before, you're going to get differences. I can't measure exactly how much power just the computer uses, but it was roughly maybe £2 of that week of mining compared to the other two. So if we say, for argument's sake, we half that, you're looking 50p to £1 just to mine, and it's gained me 14 cents in Satoshis. Now, this is one small, insignificant lump of skin mining in his gaming room on a rig that ain't built for it. If I was to buy, I see them all the time, mining rig for sale, £8,000. £8,000. Alright, there's 8 graphics cards there, but that's 8 graphics cards that you're burning to death. Am I going to be mining again? No. Do I think you should be mining? That depends. If you pay for your own power. Nah. If you've got a computer that's got 15 graphics cards in it, maybe you can make your money back. But is it worth it? I'm trying to pick something up off my desk because it's doing my head in. There we go. Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I really don't. For the amount of stress that you're putting on your computer, this kind of computer, just a gaming rig, it's not worth it. It really isn't. And it's going to take a lot for someone to convince me otherwise. If you've got a warehouse full of mining rigs and you're just leaving them just to burn a hole in your pocket and it's sucking the national grid dry, but you're making money on it, maybe. But there's a lot of websites now that you can donate by donating your power to mine for them. Again, you're donating, yes, but unless you've got the serious horsepower to do it, I don't think it's worth it. It's certainly not worth it for me. I would much rather just chuck a £5 or a £10 at a website that asks for that sort of thing, and they'll make it's a lot better for everyone that way. It is a difficult one because I know a lot of people are really passionate about it. And I know I'm very outspoken about my hatred for Bitcoin mining. It really annoys me. Because I want to see prices back where they belong, not where they are now. Yes, there's the side of the argument, as I mentioned before, that the extra money is going to research and development for better graphics cards, and you can see that happening already. Ryzen, Threadripper, Vega. I'm Team Red. We all know that. But they're advancements that came out of nowhere, and we have to begrudgingly thank mining for it because they've been able to put the prices up so high. Because factories just can't keep up with memory chips. They just can't. They can't keep up with demand. Now, do I want the Bitcoin craze to go away? Yes and no. I want it to become a more commercial driven venture. I don't want it to be... Look at it like food. Food is sold out of supermarkets and places like that very successfully. You get the odd farmer here and there selling eggs out of an egg box. Now, just because the odd farmer here and there sells eggs doesn't mean eggs go through the roof. Just because a couple of guys here and there are mining bitcoins shouldn't mean graphics cards go through the roof. Odd analogy. But I'd be so much better at this if I was debating with a person live, but I'm not. So let me know what you think in the comments, or let us know what you think and what you want to see at stanpcgaming on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video, share the channel, and try not to hate, but share the love. Bye bye.